sometimes I have these deep conversations with myself where it's almost like I'm talking to my higher, more intelligent, more wise self. And it's like, it's just, maybe you know this, maybe you experienced it. It's just almost like you have an answer to anything in the world. And the most dramatic and bad things in the world don't seem that dramatic anymore. It feels just peaceful and quiet. I recognize that when I'm in my all day life, when I'm going to work, when I'm with friends, with my girlfriend, it's just hard to find time for this. So I believe that when we spend time with ourselves, when we just sit in a room alone with ourselves, when we go out on a walk alone with ourselves, this peaceful state of mind joins you, and your higher self or your wiser self will join you, and you can have these deep and healthy conversations. I think it's a thing which is getting lost in the people because of social media and technology and all these distractions the modern world has. Uh, I recognize, of course, because of my smartphone, YouTube and all these things. It's just we don't have enough time for ourselves. So, especially for Christmas, it's just Christmas time feels more peaceful and more quiet, right? And in this time, it's easier to remember this and just lay the phone by the side for a day. It doesn't kill us. Maybe when we go outside just for buy something, and when we visit a friend, we can just leave our phone at home. The world is more peaceful and more quiet when we do this. And we spend more time with ourselves. I think time we time we maybe I wouldn't say we need, but it's time which is really, really healthy for us. And when we want to live healthy, this is a good way to go about it. I recognize that everything we do is which is healthy for our mental health, which feels peaceful, and just which feels loving and joyful, is also healthy for our physical health and for our body too. And the other way around, everything we do which is good for our physical health, good food, maybe sports, is healthy for our mental health. It's connected all in one. So yes, it's very good to go about our mental health and to sit with ourselves and to push the distractions by the side. It's actually really, really healthy. Today it's so it's so hard to live a life where you every day from day to day remember this and live like this because of the distractions. Like I said, when you're on work the whole day, it's almost impossible. You go home, spend time with friends, watch Netflix, go outside, do things, and you're home again, and you have your phone at your side. We have all this media and the distractions, and the world is just so loud. And I truly believe that it can be way more peaceful. And some people are scared of being alone with themselves. Some people are, it feels terrifying. I once felt this. So I know how it feels to when you don't want to be with yourself. Maybe sitting alone in a dark room will scare you. Some people are scared of this, but it's for me and for many other people, believe me, it's a beautiful and healthy thing. And there's a different way of thinking to go about all of this. When you are terrified to be with yourself, believe me, there's a good side and a healthy and beautiful side. It's truly possible. Over time, it's hard to remember. Like I said, I had times where I was really deep into this and I had so less screen time and I was going for a walk every day. It felt so amazing. But it's these times can fade and I catch myself in more screen time again and in don't going out for walks anymore. And all of a sudden you catch yourself and you say, wow, I felt better, and maybe this is the reason. So we want to do all of these things. We want to go on vacation, spend beautiful time with friends. All of this is healthy, of course, it's beautiful. And we can do this, of course. I think too much time with ourselves is not good too, but at least the time which is necessary for us. Maybe for some people, time with themselves is not as necessary as for other people. Maybe some people need more time than other people with themselves. But what I want to say in this whole video is that it's not a bad thing to just sit down in a dark room, even when it's fucking rainy outside and it looks depressing. It's not a terrible or bad or sad thing to just stare at the wall and sit with yourself, okay? In Buddhism, they do this for over 2000 years, okay? And they realize that just sitting with yourselves is one of the best and greatest things you can do for your mental and for your physical health too. These Buddhist monks, by the way, are the mental and one of the physical healthiest peoples in the world. There are reasons for this. It's just, you can try it for just, I believe that it has we can feel instant benefits from this. Just go for a walk, 10-15 minutes, just sit with yourself, 20 minutes in this room you are in right now. We instantly feel something peaceful and quiet in ourselves. Maybe almost the same feeling we have on Christmas time. It's quiet and peaceful. And when we feel this, I recognize for myself that this is a feeling of healthiness for my whole body, not just for my mental health. When I feel this peace, I know exactly that something is healthy. Because where do you feel it when someone is just, or what's the opposite? When you have anxiety, when you have stress about something, where do you feel this? I feel it directly in my chest. When I have peace, when I feel peace, when I feel joy and love and this beautiful quietness, I feel it in my chest too. Our heart is in our chest, so maybe it's all connected together. And maybe it's truly for a fact healthy when you feel this peace It's healthy for the heart. Everything's healthy for the heart, is healthy for the whole body. When you feel stress and anxiety, there are studies, we all know these studies, that it's not healthy for our body and for our mental health, of course, too. So maybe that's a way to realize which emotion is good for us and which emotion is not good for us. And we feel it. We always feel that. We always know it. And there are these instant benefits. You can feel it. So yes, Christmas is actually healthy for us. But we can feel it after Christmas too, of course. Just go off of the distractions. There are many, many studies that social media is not good for our mental health. And I think that's a big reason too, because we don't feel this quietness anymore. We don't spend time with ourselves anymore. I think time for ourselves is just, it's so important. And like I said earlier in the video, I think every person has this higher self, which is like very wise and has an answer to almost everything. And it's just knows what to do in so many situations. And we can just spend time with our higher wise self when we are not staring at our smartphone, when we are not looking Netflix, when we are not with our friends. We can just spend time with our higher self when we are alone with our high selves. I believe that. And I think the more time we spend with it, the healthier, the better is it. Meditating is very good for this. Just sit there, learn to sit, and don't think of anything in the world. At least try it. You can train that. It's not easy. It's not easy for me too. When I remember my childhood, when you were a child, you had you hadn't much distraction, right? Of course, today the kids are playing video games and on smartphones more, of course. But when I was a child, I spent time outside. Just when it rains, I was watching the worms, and I watched the plants, and I recognized the smell of my garden. Just things that we were so much more present as kids. Kids are so present. They don't stress about the future. They don't have anxiety about the future. It's just, they are right there. And I was like this as a kid, and I remember this. It felt beautiful. And you can feel all of these present, nice feelings you remember you had as a kid. Maybe you know exactly what I'm talking about. You can feel all of this again. Just put your fucking phone away. It's so damn easy. It's healthy. You can feel it right now that it's healthy. The world and life just is the way that it is distracting us, because everyone just wants our attention. Many people on this earth just want attention. They think attention is something to find peace in. So everyone tries to get your attention. So many distractions, and it's just the way it is. But it's so easy to just look away and just be with yourself and be right here. It's so much more beautiful. So I will definitely go for a walk today. As I do these videos, I just remember how good this really is, and it helps me. It really helps me to just talk about this. And I really, really hope, or I truly believe that it can help, or at least let some people feel the same peace I feel right now. I believe that these videos can help people to feel this peace too. Just for a second, it will be enough for me, just for a second. And you can leave a like if you like that. You can subscribe to my channel if you like the videos, if you like this video, if you want to see more. And I will be so thankful, and it's worth all the time and all the videos I did if just when I have just one like on every video would be by far enough for me. It fulfills me. And it's an absolute pleasure for me to see people just write down nice comments. It feels so amazing and so fulfilling. And like I said, when it's just one of you, the video was absolutely worth it. So thank you very much.